Hey everyone, how's it going? And welcome to another week of Force Will News. So I'm not on the all fancy this week, but not because I'm lazy this time. It's actually because for today's episode, there have been a lot of GPs that have happened that I haven't covered on the show and it's just because we haven't been keeping up with putting them on the site and different things like that. But Oscar went through and added them all in, so I'm going to do one big news going over all the different top 8s that we've missed, and so I'm going to be doing a lot of reading off my computer here in order to keep up with it all. Before we get started, as always, if you guys are looking for Force Will singles or sealed product, including the new set and Buylist for Force Will, different things like that, be sure to check out the link below for Happy Little Hug Factory. They've been really awesome. You guys bought them out of a lot of their stock for the new set, Awakening the Ancients. They sold more than any other set of Force Will they've done, so that was really awesome. So yeah, and also if you guys click the link in the description to go to Play DKP Accessories, where they have the magnetic playmat there, we have promo code for TCG. If you use that, you get 5% off. And they also have a Memorial Day sale going on where you get half off your shipping. And they have another thing on top of that where the first 25 people to use the code TCG at checkout also get a free extra pack of 60 magnetic sleeves. So it's really awesome. It's a really cool product. Hopefully we'll have a video here soon for it. Now that we're done with the stream and everything, we'll try and record a video of us playing with it so you guys can see just how cool it is. But yeah, so use the code TCG at checkout. You'll get 5% off. You're going to get half off shipping, and first 25 people will also get an extra 60 magnetic sleeves, so be sure to check that out. One thing I wanted to mention real quick before we get into this, if you guys were tuning into the live stream, we did a giveaway for Vite Ramen, and so specifically, we had said that if you were part of the giveaway or you won the giveaway, to email us at thetcgscrubs@gmail.com, and so the couple people that we haven't heard back from is on YouTube. There was someone by the username Mega Pyroar and someone by the username Ram60FCG. And someone on Twitch by the name of DL Tobias. So if any of you guys are watching this, please email us thetcgscrubs@gmail.com or message us on Facebook or something like that to get us your info. If I already posted in the Force Will Global group on Facebook, if we have not heard back from you by, I think it's somewhere around 24 hours when this video posts, 48 hours from when I had done the Facebook post, then we're going to have to draw new winners, so just make sure you guys message us to get that Vite Ramen pricing. So I'll go over just real quick tidbits of regular news before we get into all the GP info. First, if any of you guys were following it for the Argent Saga videos, there was going to be a gameplay that was going to come out last week. It was postponed to hopefully this weekend. I had cleaned out my computer and accidentally deleted the editing file on Adobe Premiere Pro for it, so I basically have to start all over and edit that, which usually isn't a big deal, but for this I was actually showing cards on every single card on screen that was being played, so yeah, I'm gonna have to start that all over again. So I've been waiting to get time to do that. I was finishing another big project which you get for Argent Saga, which you guys will see here, not for our channel, but you guys will see it soon. Going into the regular news, the Force Will database has finally updated with the actual cards on the Force Will website. So if you go to FOWTCG.com, click on card database, it now has Awakening of the Ancients cards finally. So that was really great that they updated that. There was a couple cards with errors on them when they didn't have the correct coloring for willpower. I don't know if that affected the search engine on it or not. I didn't look at it too much, but it's something that was pointed out. But it's great that that was finally updated, and it looks like, I think they uploaded the full resolution images, Oscar was saying. So if that's the case, that's super awesome. I'm actually curious if those are a different format as well. If they're a different format, make it a lot easier for editing for me. But yeah, so that's updated now, so good for them. Hopefully the fan run Force Will database updated as well, and untap and things like that is also. Also, the other quick piece of news is, it looks like we are having a little bit of trouble with the Arwyn promo. It looks like not all stores are getting the Arwyn buy 2 box promo, or people who bought it from certain sites haven't gotten the buy 2 box promo. So hopefully that gets resolved soon. That's something at the distributor level that they're just not properly sending it out or weren't properly informed on how to deal with it. So if you aren't receiving them. Unfortunately, I don't think there's really much you could do. It's just something that is going to happen. The Arwyn itself is spiked now to $30 a card, which is a little bit unfortunate. I'm hoping that once everything gets distributed properly, maybe when foreign markets start piling in a little bit, that price will lower. Or if the card releases in the next set, that would be nice if they did something like that. But for now, it's looking to be a little bit, hit or miss as far as getting that Arwyn promo. So we'll move on to the GP news here. If you guys want to follow along, you can go to our website. I'm going to shrink myself up here. And so we got our website here, tcscrubs.com. So if you want to ever check out the top 8, just hover over the top 8 here and you got the different seasons. Oscar is actually going to be slowly updating these early seasons when, the old sets were out, in case anyone's ever curious about those. But we should go to season 5, which is where we are at currently. And it goes oldest to newest. And so we'll go down to the newest one. So we'll start with Italy. We got Italy was an advanced format, so this was the new format that they had made, where it's kind of like cluster in the sense that it only uses 4 sets, but it's a constantly rotating set. It always uses the 4 most recent sets, so as soon as a new set comes out, the farthest one back rotates, as well as any like star decks or anything associated with that set. So with this one, the ruler breakdown, there was 79 people in attendance, 42 of those people ran Hanzo, and the next closest one was 8 Brunhild and 8 Scheherazade. And the top 8 was just all Hanzos. I think all the decks were pretty much identical with the exception of one, which was this one. Yeah, by Federico, I believe. This was the only one that was slightly different, but still ran Hanzo. So not too much to go over there. It's a sort of very unique format, we'll say. And yeah, it's all Hanzos. Next up, we had Brisbane GP. So this one, 31 people in attendance. So there were 7 Brunhild and 7 Gil, 5 Lich, and then 3 Lucifer, and then it broke down from there. And top 8 consisted of 2 Brunhild, 3 Gil, 1 Lich, 1 Lucifer, and 1 Aimul. So that's pretty cool. And this GP, I believe all these GPs, with the exception of the Bethlehem one, I could be wrong, so correct me below if I'm wrong on this. I think all of them except for Bethlehem were before Awakening of the Ancients came out. Bethlehem is the only one post Awakening of the Ancients, so one thing to keep in mind for this top list. But like I said, pretty diverse top 8. So this top 8 isn't actually in order that we have here on the site. This is after Swiss, but the first place ended up going to the Lich player, which was pretty awesome. So this was actually a really cool top 8. I really liked it, especially that there's an Aimul there. Next up was the Canada GP, which was at Anime North. This one ended up only having 10 people in attendance. It was also the same week as the Bethlehem GP. We don't know if that affected it or not, but this just had 2 Brunhild, 2 Lucifer, a Gil, Loki, a Dusk Girl, IU, Panda, and Arthur. And so the top 4 was 2 Lucifer, Brunhild, and the Panda. So, not too much to talk about here, but nice little tournament here. And lastly was the Bethlehem GP, and this is the one that Oscar commentated. You can go check our channel videos if you want to check that out there. It has streamed of the all 8 matches, and then the top 8 stream as well. There's some pretty cool stuff on there. Game 1 was a seal, which was pretty cool to see. But the ruler breakdown, and once again, this was the day after the new set came out. So this is Awakening of the Ancients legal, and also pretty hodgepodgey because a lot of people are figuring out what's going on. But the ruler breakdown was 6 Lich, 6 Lucifer, and 6 Brunhild, and 3 Chimimi, 2 Shayla, 2 Loki, and then sort of kept breaking down from there. 37 people in attendance, so that was a pretty decent spread, I felt, for overall rulers and stuff like that. And top 8 was similarly so, with 2 Chimimi, 2 Lucifer, a Brunhild, a Loki, a Keurig, and an IU in top 8. As noted here, Brunhild won this event, and second went to Lucifer, Holscheiser's Lucifer. So that's pretty cool. I really like that sort of diversity in top 8 as well. It was pretty interesting, or pretty crazy seeing the dark deck though, because they ran the combo with the sacrificial altar and the one drop that banishes to get a stone in, and so they're able to do a whole bunch of tricks to just get to a very high amount of stones in a very short amount of time, very consistently, and banishing the altar to get very big dudes in the field. So it was pretty fun to watch that. We'll see if that maintains its strength going forward, as well as how good Brunhild does going forward, because she also got a lot of crazy ramp and different things like that. As well as Chimimi sneaking in there with the Chimimi Masterings and stuff. So I'll be very curious to see how this format plays out going forward. But all of these, with the exception of the advanced format, but that doesn't matter too much, but all of these were pretty cool, diverse top 8s and diverse events in general, so really great to see. I'm curious if this will hold post Awakening of the Ancients once the dust has settled and everything, but be sure to visit tcgscripts.com if you guys want to check out not only some of these stats as well, but it has all of the top 8 lists as well as the gacha logs. If you scroll down, you get the gacha log, and at the bottom has the gacha log code in case you want to, if you have trouble reading what these cards are, just enter that code in at Gacha-log and hover your mouse over and it shows the images nice and big, so you can figure out what the decks are if in case you want to run them or alter them or test against them and different things like that. So just be sure to always check over there. But that'll about do it for today. Not a whole lot of news, so that's why I went over these GPs and all that, and we'll be back next week with our normal news, assuming stuff happens. And yeah, we'll see you guys next time.